I told God, I was like, I know that you're real. I can't deny that. There's not any denying that. And so if you don't do something, I promise you, as soon as I get back, I'm going to take my life. It's wraps.
Yeah.
And I went up there and there was nothing and nothing and nothing. And then there was the last night of church or the last night of camp, and there's worship going on. And I'm like trying to worship and trying to press in and trying to experience something. And there's like a little voice that says, this doesn't change anything. And I'm like, okay, I ignore that. And I go back to worshiping, and then the voice comes back and it's like, this doesn't change anything. You're going to go home and you're going to do what you need to do. You're going to go make yourself, or I don't know if you're going to get flagged for me saying that.
You're good. Yeah.
You're going to go home and you're going to, you know what I'm saying, delete yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm trying to ignore this thought, but then I take my eyes off of worship and I start going back and forth with this thought that's in my head. I'm trying to speak out loud to it. And then the voice, like the thought at some point becomes an audible voice. Like I can hear it, like you can hear me now. And once I realized what was happening, I was like, dude, I think I've snapped. Like, I think I've lost my mind. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I like freeze. And then the voice said to me, if you're so certain that he loves you, why do I talk to you more than he ever does? And I heard it, and it just wrecked me. I was like, you're right. And it's over. And so like, I'm like a kind of panic attack like ensues, and I run outside. And I'm like bawling my eyes out. I'm like, this is it. Like, this is it. It's all over. I'm going to go home. Like, there's no more hope. And then he said to me again, he was like, let me show you how much more real I am than God. I'm God to you. Right. And in front of me manifested this person, this demon. And it was violently demonic, and I run back inside, and I'm like, my body is like, it's a weird thing. I don't fully know. I haven't really dived into what was biologically happening in me, because I like collapsed on the floor, and I'm just like, I'm numbing out. Like, I feel like my body's in shock. I don't know. I literally don't know. Yeah. But it was weird, and I'm sitting there, and people are starting to crowd around me. And then my friend kind of breaks through the crowd, and he's yelling at me, but I can't really hear what he's saying. He's like yelling at me. He's got tears in his eyes, and he looks like he's about to hit me. I was like, but he grabs my head. And as soon as he grabs my head, I heard the voice of God break through louder than like anything. And God is just saying, like, look at how much I care about you. Like, look at the lengths they've gone. Look at how far they've gone to destroy you. Like, that's not because of you. It's because of me. It's because of what you mean to me. That's why this is happening. And I mean, that moment just transformed my life. I was like, I could never deny his existence, and now I had evidence of his love and reason for my war. And so I couldn't look back after that, but the reason I tell people, like, they don't like desire these things. It was beautiful that God saved me, but I mean, I slept with the light on for 5 years after that, because that stuff will scar you and you're cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I slept with the light on because I was like,
you were scared that the demon would come back.
I was like, it's just that the image was burned into my brain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like, even now today, and like, I have tools to deal with it now.
Yeah.
I know scripture well. And so, like, I know what to speak and what I believe about all of that now. And so, but even now when if I'm going to sleep and like, if I hear something or anything like that, my brain immediately goes back to that. It's like it's just, essentially trauma. You know, it's like that image is burned into my brain. And I used to describe the image for people, but it would give them nightmares. So I'm not going to do that. But God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I think God stepped in an extreme way because he had to, or not necessarily that he had to. That's theologically all over the place, but that it was necessary. And so I don't think that was his preference for how that should have went, you know.
Yeah.
I think he preferred that I just believe. So yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I came to Jesus, and then after that, I just dove into like the Bible, and like the Bible is just one of the most interesting things to me in the world, And so I don't think you can study it enough. And so I'm just I love it. That's all I do.